There are people who are comfortable to love. They are predictable, soft, easy to understand, easy to please, easy to keep calm. They do not shake your world too much. They do not force you to face your own fears. They do not burn through your illusions. They are like a quiet room with the curtains half open and the light coming in gently. But then there are other people, the unforgettable ones. The ones who enter your life like a storm at midnight, carrying thunder in their eyes and a truth in their heart that you were not ready to hear. They are not easy partners. They can be intense, stubborn, proud, private, demanding, emotionally complicated, sometimes impossible to read and even harder to forget. But when they love with a force that changes the temperature of your soul. These signs are not for someone who wants a convenient romance. They are for someone who is brave enough to be transformed. With them, love is not just dinner dates, sweet messages, and holding hands when life is easy. Love becomes a mirror, a battlefield, a sanctuary, and a confession booth all at once. They will test your patience, your honesty, your loyalty, and sometimes even your courage. They may not always say the right thing. They may disappear into silence when their heart is overwhelmed. They may protect themselves so fiercely that you wonder whether they are pushing you away or begging you to come closer. But beneath that difficult surface lives something rare, a love that does not fade simply because life becomes uncomfortable. The truth is, not every difficult partner is toxic. Some people are difficult because they feel deeply and do not know how to make that depth look simple. Some are hard to live with because they carry old wounds, impossible standards, powerful instincts, and a fear of giving their heart to the wrong person. They may be proud, but they are not shallow. They may be guarded, but they are not cold. They may argue, resist, question, retreat, or demand too much, but when they finally decide that you are their person, they do not love halfway. They love with memory. They love with protection. They love with sacrifice. They love as if the heart has signed an oath the mouth never spoke. These 6 zodiac signs are not easy partners because they do not love lightly. Their love has weight. Their presence has gravity. Scorpio. Scorpio is not an easy partner because Scorpio does not know how to love from the surface. For this sign, love is not a pleasant hobby, not a game of compliments, not a pretty arrangement between 2 attractive people. Love is a soul contract. Love is a door that, once open, leads into rooms most people are afraid to enter. If you are with Scorpio, you will quickly understand that this sign listens not only to your words, but to the pause before your words, the look you try to hide, the little change in your voice when you say you are fine. Scorpio feels what isn't spoken. That is why living with them can be so difficult. You cannot fake peace with Scorpio. You cannot pretend forever. They will sense the lie before they can prove it. But here is the secret. Scorpio loves like no other because Scorpio loves past the mask. They do not fall in love only with your charm, beauty, success, or confidence. They fall in love with the hidden room inside you, the part you are scared someone will discover and reject. Scorpio sees the cracks, and if they truly love you, they do not run from them. They stand there with a lantern. They protect what is wounded. They remember what hurts you. They notice what makes you feel safe. And when life turns cruel, Scorpio becomes one of the fiercest partners in the zodiac. They will fight for you, defend you, carry secrets for you, and hold you through darkness that would make others disappear. To be loved by Scorpio is not always easy, but it is unforgettable. They love with their whole nervous system. They love with their memory, body, instinct, and soul. If Scorpio has truly chosen you, they may forgive slowly, trust carefully, and demand emotional truth, but they will also give you the kind of devotion that feels almost ancient. Their love says, "I have seen your darkness, and I am still here." Leo. Leo is not an easy partner because Leo needs love to feel alive, visible, and honored. This sign does not enter relationships quietly. Leo carries a royal heart, and royal hearts can be generous beyond belief, but they can also be wounded by neglect faster than anyone expects. If you love a Leo, you cannot treat them like background music. You cannot make them beg for attention. You cannot love them only in private and ignore them in public. Leo needs warmth, admiration, pride, celebration, and emotional loyalty. Not because they are shallow, but because their heart blooms under light. When Leo feels loved, they become golden. When Leo feels ignored, they become dramatic, defensive, restless, or painfully proud. Living with Leo can be difficult because this sign has a powerful ego wrapped around a surprisingly tender heart. They may act strong even when they are secretly hurt. They may demand an apology before admitting they were devastated. They may turn pain into attitude, silence into theater, and disappointment into a grand emotional performance. Leo does not like feeling small. If they sense that you are embarrassed by them, bored with them, or taking their love for granted, something inside them begins to roar. They may not always know how to say, "I need reassurance." Instead, they may say, "You never appreciate me." And if you do not understand the translation, the relationship can become a stage full of fire. But Leo loves like no other because Leo's love is life-giving. This is the partner who wants to see you win. They do not just love you quietly from the corner. They clap for you, brag about you, dress up for you, plan surprises, defend your name, and make you feel like the main character in a world that often treats people as replaceable. Leo has a huge heart, and when it opens, it gives warmth that can heal years of emotional coldness. They know how to make love feel glamorous again. They know how to turn ordinary evenings into memories. They know how to look at you as if you are not just loved, but chosen. The real secret of Leo is that behind all that pride is a heart terrified of being unimportant to the person they adore. They want to be your sunshine, but they also need to know that you would notice if the sun went down. Their love is true because it is brave. Leo risks looking foolish in love. They risk giving too much, shining too brightly, hoping too openly. When they love, they do not want a half story. They want loyalty, passion, laughter, fire, forgiveness, and a love that feels worthy of being remembered. Virgo. Virgo is not an easy partner because Virgo notices everything. This sign has a mind that never fully sleeps and a heart that expresses love through attention, correction, service, and quiet sacrifice. At first, Virgo may seem calm, practical, even controlled. But inside, Virgo is constantly reading the room, reading your mood, reading the future, reading every tiny detail that might become a problem later. Living with Virgo can be challenging because they do not easily relax into chaos. They want things to make sense. They want promises to be kept. They want effort, consistency, honesty, and emotional maturity. If something is wrong, Virgo may not explode, they will analyze. And sometimes that analysis can feel sharper than any argument. Virgo can be difficult because their love often comes disguised as criticism. They may remind you of what you forgot, question your choices, worry about your health, your money, your habits, your schedule, your decisions. To a sensitive partner, this can feel like judgment. But Virgo is rarely trying to make you feel small. Virgo is trying to prevent life from hurting you. This sign sees the weak spot in the plan, the loose thread in the fabric, the danger before the storm. Their mind is a protective instrument. The problem is that Virgo often forgets to soften the delivery. They may love you deeply and still sound like they are reviewing your performance. Virgo loves like no other because Virgo's love is devotion in motion. They remember the small things. They know how you take your coffee, what medicine helps when you are sick, which words calm you down, which detail in your day mattered even when you barely mentioned it. Virgo may not always write the wildest love poem, but they will fix the problem that was making you cry. They will stay up late to help you prepare. They will notice when your smile is tired. They will carry your worries in their mind and look for solutions before you ask. Virgo's love is deep because it is not built on fantasy. They see your flaws clearly, and if they love you, they choose you anyway. That is the beauty of Virgo. They are not blinded by romance. They are loyal with open eyes. They know your habits, weaknesses, contradictions, and unfinished places, and still they show up. Their love says, "I may not flatter every illusion, but I will help you build a real life. I will stand beside you in the ordinary days. I will love you not only when you shine, but when you need someone to help you put the pieces back together." To be loved by Virgo is to be cared for in ways you may not understand until much later. They are not always easy. They can worry too much, correct too much, think too much. But their love is one of the most faithful kinds of love in the Zodiac: quiet, practical, intelligent, enduring, and incredibly sincere. Virgo may not always say, "I would do anything for you." They simply begin doing it. Taurus. Taurus is not an easy partner because Taurus is far more emotionally immovable than people first assume. At the beginning, this sign can seem calm, gentle, comforting, even easygoing. Taurus often gives off an aura of stability, sensuality, and quiet strength, the kind that makes people feel safe. But once you come closer, you realize that safety comes with granite walls. Taurus does not open overnight. Taurus does not change direction easily. Taurus does not let go of old pain simply because you said the right words once. Living with Taurus can be difficult because this sign is deeply attached to habits, to values, to routines, to emotional conclusions, and above all to trust. If trust is broken, Taurus does not just move on, they carry the wound in silence, and that silence can become heavier than 1,000 arguments. One of the hardest things about loving Taurus is their stubborn emotional logic. When they decide something matters, it matters absolutely. When they believe something is wrong, they are not easily persuaded otherwise. They can hold grudges longer than people expect. They may refuse to speak before they are ready. They may shut down instead of explaining their pain. And when they are hurt, they often become more rigid, not softer. Taurus does not like instability, and if love begins to feel unsafe, they may cling even tighter to control, routine, and distance. To live with Taurus sometimes means learning that behind their calm face is an incredibly powerful will that does not like being pushed, rushed, or emotionally manipulated. But Taurus loves like no other because when this sign gives their heart, they do not give it in fragments. They love with permanence. They love with reliability. They love in a way that makes another person feel anchored in a chaotic world. Taurus may not be the loudest lover, the most dramatic lover, or the most verbally expressive lover, but they are often the lover who stays. They are the ones who remember what you need, who build comfort around you, who make home feel softer, warmer, and safer. Their love is not theatrical, it is embodied. It is in the meal they make for you when you are tired, the hand on your back when you are anxious, the way they quietly stand beside you when the whole world feels uncertain. The secret of Taurus is that they love through protection. Their love says, I may take a long time to trust you, but once I do, I will hold you with both heart and soul. Capricorn. Capricorn is not an easy partner because Capricorn rarely shows love in a simple, soft, immediately recognizable form. This sign is often misunderstood in relationships. People see the self-control, the ambition, the reserve, the discipline, the constant inner pressure, and they assume Capricorn is emotionally cold. But cold is not the right word. Guarded is the right word. Deeply careful is the right word. Capricorn does not throw feelings around recklessly. They know what disappointment costs. They know what betrayal costs. They know how easily emotions can make a person lose direction. So they approach love with caution, dignity, and a need for proof. Living with Capricorn can be difficult because they may seem emotionally unavailable even when they care very deeply. They do not always know how to melt on command. They may prioritize work, responsibilities, or long-term plans in a way that makes a partner feel second place. They can be demanding, critical, and serious. They do not admire chaos. They do not respect emotional laziness. Capricorn often wants a relationship to have substance, structure, and maturity, and if they feel they are carrying the entire future alone, they become hard, distant, or unsparing. This sign does not like foolish games. They can seem severe because they are always measuring whether something has the strength to last. Capricorn loves like no other because this sign does not love for entertainment. Capricorn loves for legacy. If they give you their heart, they are not imagining a beautiful weekend, they are imagining whether they can stand beside you in sickness, failure, grief, aging, rebuilding, and every hard winter life sends. Their love is serious because their commitment is real. Capricorn may not always dazzle you with romance at first, but they will carry responsibilities with you, protect your future, think ahead for both of you, and remain steady when more glamorous lovers disappear. The real secret of Capricorn is that beneath all the self-control is a heart capable of astonishing loyalty. Once they trust, they become deeply invested. They begin to love in quiet but profound ways, through sacrifice, endurance, guidance, effort, and presence. They may not always say, I need you, but their actions reveal something even deeper. I am building a life where you can count on me. That kind of love is not common. Capricorn's love is not a sparkler, it is a lighthouse. Strong, disciplined, unwavering, and visible when the sea becomes dark. Difficult? Yes. But when Capricorn loves you, they love with the intention to remain. Pisces. Pisces is not an easy partner because Pisces does not live only in the visible world. This sign feels everything with a degree of sensitivity that can be both beautiful and exhausting. Pisces absorbs moods, atmospheres, unsaid tensions, hidden meanings, memories, dreams, and emotional undercurrents that other people walk past without noticing. That is why life with Pisces can feel magical one day and bewildering the next. They may love you with breathtaking tenderness, then disappear into sadness, silence, or emotional fog you cannot explain. They can be difficult because they do not always know where their own feelings end and the world's feelings begin. Pisces often struggles with boundaries their own and yours. They may give too much, hope too much, forgive too much, dream too much, and then become heartbroken when reality does not match the world they built inside. They can be inconsistent, elusive, or hard to pin down. At times, they may avoid conflict until emotions overflow. At other times, they may seem to expect you to intuit what they need without clearly saying it. Living with Pisces can be challenging because they are not entirely rational in love. They are guided by intuition, longing, symbolism, and emotional weather. To a practical partner, Pisces can feel complicated, fragile, or impossible to read. And yet Pisces loves like no other because Pisces loves with spiritual depth. This is the sign that can love the abandoned part of you, the ashamed part of you, the exhausted part of you, and the hopeful part of you all at once. Pisces often sees the soul before they see the social mask. They sense pain quickly and respond with compassion that feels almost healing. When Pisces truly loves, they do not measure every gesture or calculate every risk. They pour tenderness into the bond. They listen, they soften, they imagine your happiness. They want not only to be loved by you, but to become a safe place for your inner world. The secret of Pisces is that their love is enormous because their heart has almost no natural walls. Yes, this can make them vulnerable. Yes, it can make them hard to live with because a heart that feels everything also gets overwhelmed by everything. But when Pisces loves you, you feel something rare. Acceptance without cruelty. They know how to offer mercy. They know how to love someone through a broken season. They know how to make a person feel emotionally seen when the rest of the world only notices performance. My name is Anna and I am an astrologer. Thank you for your attention. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss even more interesting releases, astrological forecasts, and horoscopes.